We're working on more inequality solving for systems of inequalities. So we look at a problem that says a shoe store is having a sale as described in the ad below or at the side, and we're asked to rate the system of inequalities at regular footwear prices and possible sale prices. So we're given this information right here that we're having a huge one-day sale, and this athletics footwear, which is regularly priced at $20 to $80, is now 10 to 25% off. I don't know if that's a huge sale, but that's okay. So we are going to start by looking at a few things here. So we have to label which one's the regular prices versus which one's the sale prices. So what I did was I just labeled X as the regular price and Y as a sale price. It does not matter which one you decide to do. It's totally up to you, but I just chose those ones. So I can show you on the graph. I just graphed this really quickly, just put like the labels on it. So our reg price in dollars, it went by tens. So each thing went up. Obviously, I went up to 100. You only had to go up to 80. And then I did the same thing with my sale price. So in dollars, again, 10 up to 100, just for the heck of it. So we're going to start by looking at the easy part of this. So we know what the regular price values are, anywhere between $20 and $80. So our X values could possibly be anywhere between and including $20 to $80. So that is the first inequality that we can write. You can break it down as just two separate ones if you'd like, but just makes it easier if you have a compound inequality like this. So we're going to go over here to 20, and we're going to make a vertical line because we don't know what the sale prices are, right? Because it depends on how much percentage we get off on those shoes. But we would have this line right here is basically our $20 line. So every sneaker that's in that store could have various prices that it could represent on that percentage off. And then our other value is $80. So I would have another line at $80, just like this one. Again, they could represent multiple percentages off. And so this is going to be a straight up and down arrow. Again, it's solid because it can include those two prices. And so now when we're looking at our sales prices, our prices range anywhere from 10% to 25% of the regular cost. So when I'm writing the sale price, you have to think about the fact that when you're looking at a 10% discount of something, if you calculate 10%, then that's only going to tell you how much money you're getting off of that item. So you don't want to use 10% of the number because that's only going to give you your sale discount price, basically. So you want to talk about how much it is that you're actually paying for those sneakers. So if you get 10% off, then you're paying for 90% of those sneakers. So it can be that, or it's going to be less than. So again, it's 90% or 0.9 of whatever the price is of those regular price sneakers, because 90% is the price you pay. So that's what they're looking for in this problem. Now, when I go to the other part, which is the 25% off, again, it can be 25%, or it can be more than that, because again, you're talking about the opposite of this. That makes any sense. So you're thinking about you're paying 75% because 25% would come off, and you're paying for 75% of the sneakers price. So it would look like this. So again, 0.9 because this is the 10% off, and then 0.75 because this is the 25% price. So again, you're paying for the sneaker. That's why you're not using 0.25 and 0.1, because that's just going to tell me how much money off I would get the sneaker. And we want to know what the actual cost is. Now, and in order to do these graphs, we're only focusing on ranged items between 20 and 80. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a 90% price of what happens if the sneaker is $20 normally, and a 90% price of what's going to happen when this sneaker is $80. So when I take $20 sneakers and I take the 90% cost, which means it's 10% off, they're now going to be $18. And if I have $80 sneakers at 10% off, again, should be pretty easy math for you, but when you do that, you get $72. So that's how much you are going to be getting you're paying for these items. So at $20 cost sneakers, your regular price sneakers would be $20, and you're now going to pay 18. So you're going to go up here, and 18 is about right there. You're going to put a dot right there. And then you're going to do the $80 sneakers, and that's going to be $72. So 72 would be roughly right here. And then you're going to connect those two. And again, you should be using a ruler for this, not my terrible nonsense that I'm doing. And then you're going to do the same thing for your 75% cost. So a $20 sneaker, 25% off, 0.75. You do 0.75 times 20, and you're going to get $15 for those sneakers. And when you do 25% off of an $80 pair of sneakers, you're paying 75% of those $80 sneakers, and that's going to give you a price of $60. So you're getting $20 off, but you're only paying $60. So you're going to go over here. You're going to go to $20 pair of sneakers that cost you now $15. So you're going to go roughly right here, right below that. And then you're going to do the other pair, which is $60 now. So I'm going to go here and go here. And then you connect to those 2 points. And again, notice that I haven't shaded anything here. And that's just because it makes it a little less crazy. So your prices would be anywhere in here, but also anywhere in here. So really the only part of overlap for all of these is right here that we're looking for. And again, this is not 100% accurate because I didn't use a ruler. So now what I'm looking for in this question here, describe how your graph shows the possible sale prices that show regularly priced cost sneakers is $65. So if I go to 65, which is basically right here, and I go up here, I'm looking at just the sneakers that are priced in this little section right here. I don't know if you can see that, but try to darken it in here. So that would be $65 prices. So anything right here that I'm circling that section would be prices that you could say would fall into that set of answers. And if you want more questions like this, you can find them on my YouTube channel. You want algebra, check these out under the linear systems of linear inequalities section.